After the Second World War, Japan went through a rigorous restructuring phase in the following years, and it was made possible with the development assistance from the rest of the world. Today, Japan has become one of the biggest economic powers, and now it is our turn to support other developing nations such as Bangladesh. Jica started its assistance to Bangladesh in 1973 by sending its first batch of volunteers in agriculture sector. In 1974, Japan committed its first ODA loan to Bangladesh, and since then, Jica has been progressing with Bangladesh. In order to accelerate sustainable economic growth with equity and bring people out of poverty towards becoming a middle-income country, Jica supports Bangladesh through technical cooperation, ODA loans and grant aid. For accelerating economic growth, the development of economic infrastructure, a vibrant power sector, and urban development is addressed with various programs designed by Jica. For overcoming social vulnerability, there are respective programs that focus on human and rural development, administration capacity improvement, and measures against disaster and climate change. Each priority areas have their respective challenges, which are addressed using an array of cooperation programs. Let's see what Jica has been doing in each sector. The electrification rate in rural Bangladesh is about 50%. Only 62% of the total population has access to electricity in Bangladesh. This, in turn, cripples the progression of commerce, leading to significant economic loss. The electricity supply capacity in Bangladesh is about 10,289 megawatts as of 2014, of which only 3/4 is considered to be available. Jica has been providing loans to the construction of many power plants whose electricity supply totaling up to 1,170 megawatts or 15% of Bangladesh's demand. Jica has been contributing to the expansion of nationwide transmission and distribution line. This has enabled smooth flow of production, leading to greater economic output for Bangladesh. In addition, more than 600,000 households in rural no-electricity areas have now access to light by solar home system and other renewable energy solutions supported by Jica. To mitigate the severe traffic congestion that deprive people of their precious time, second Meghna Bridge is being constructed outside of Dhaka, and the first mass rapid transit system is joined to be constructed in the city of Dhaka. It will connect Uttara 3 and Motijil in about 36 minutes. Also, Smart Card has been introduced at 2 BRTC lines where you can get a prepaid card to get on a bus. In addition, introduction of Smart Card in other modes of transportation is also in process. The land of Bangladesh is divided by big rivers. For a better connectivity, Jica has been supporting the construction of 5 main bridges, namely Jamuna, Meghna, Gumti, Rupsha and Pakshi. Some other 500 smaller bridges, roads and railways to ease the transportation. Bangladesh's economy is sustained by 3 large pillars: agriculture, RMG sector, and remittance from overseas. To boost its economic growth, it is necessary to diversify industries, attract more investment from overseas, develop SMEs, and nurture human resources in the industrial sectors. Jica has been supporting SMEs by providing mid to long-term investment loans to them. Also, Jica has been trying to introduce Information Technology Engineers Examination or ITEE, as a national IT skill assessment examination to improve human resources. To help Bangladesh diversify her industries and boost investment from overseas, especially from Japan, Jica is planning to assist Bangladesh in establishing economic zones in the country. Since 1971, the population of Bangladeshis living in urban areas has grown from 5.4 million to 46 million and growing. This surge in the total population has led to the creation of huge quantities of waste. For beautiful urban development, the issue of waste management is critical. Through environmental classes, Jica volunteers teach small children that to create a beautiful city, each one of us has to contribute. No littering, beautiful country. Jica has supplied 110 collection vehicles and 2 major landfills in Dhaka.
এটা তুমি কি করলা? প্যাকেটটা উঠাও। যেখানে সেখানে ময়লা ফেলবা না।
Jica will support the people's will to clean Bangladesh.
আমাদের প্রথম সন্তান, আমাদের এলাকায় ভালো কোনো ডাক্তার নেই। আমি এখন কি করব বুঝতে পারতেছি না। আমার সন্তান ও স্ত্রীর কিভাবে যত্ন নেব আমি বুঝতে পারতেছি না।
Jica has been supporting Bangladesh to achieve the MDG goals to reduce the death of newborn babies and pregnant mothers. Under Safe Motherhood Promotion Project, the village residents try to locate where the pregnant mothers are in their own village and be prepared for the emergency cases.
আমি আগে ওকে নিয়ে অনেক দুশ্চিন্তা করতাম। জাইকা কমিটি আসাতে আমি অনেক কিছু জানতে পারছি, শিখতে পারছি। আমরা আগে যে জিনিসগুলোর সমস্যা ছিল এই সমস্যা এখন আমাদের মাঝে আর নাই।
আগে ও আমাকে নিয়ে অনেক দুশ্চিন্তা করত, কারণ আমরা জানতাম না কিভাবে মা ও শিশুর যত্ন করতে হয়। তাই এখন আমরা জাইকা সেন্টারে গেছি, গিয়ে আমরা শিখতে পেরেছি। আর আমরা চিন্তা করি না, আমরা নিশ্চিন্ত।
In Bangladesh, there are only 19,000 nurses, and this means one nurse has to look after more than 7,000 people. Obviously, they are too busy to brush up their service. To make this situation better, Jica will start supporting human resource development of nurses in Bangladesh, especially in raising service quality. Children are our hopes, our future leaders. Traditional ways of teaching in primary school does not always promise a proper delivery of the lesson. With the aid of the Jica volunteers, teachers are allowed to go through practical lesson studies where an expert teacher delivers the lessons in a more engaging method. Jica encourages school teachers to deliver interesting classes to children so that they can learn the joy of studying and acquire ability to think by themselves. Jica jointly tackled to refine mathematics and science textbooks with much consciousness of child-centered philosophy. In Bangladesh, almost 70% of the population live in the rural areas, and they are mainly engaged in agriculture. About 40% of them are still called the poor, and Jica has been supporting to raise the living standard in rural areas. To improve agricultural productivity, Jica has been assisting through a variety of approaches such as breeding, research facilities, food storages, and microfinancing to farmers. To tackle the arsenic contamination issue that threatens the health of rural residents, Jica has been ensuring safe and stable drinking water for the last 20 years by innovative approaches. To boost the rural economy, Jica has been addressing the upgrading of basic rural infrastructure through technology transfer by sending Japanese experts and offering trainings. Since 1999, Jica has provided irrigation facility for more than 100,000 hectares of rural areas, and more than 3,000 kilometers of Upojala and Union roads have been constructed, and access to local markets has been considerably improved.
আগে আমাদের রাস্তাটা খুব খারাপ ছিল, আমার সবজি বিক্রি করাটা খুব কষ্ট হতো। জায়গার কারণে আমাদের রাস্তাটা খুব ভালো হয়েছে, তাই আমি বাজারে সবজি নিয়ে আসতে পারি।
For developing country, infrastructure improvement is not enough. We sometimes face the similar situation, making a long queue to apply or receive official documents in government office. For the improvement of public service, Jica has been introducing total quality management. In this project, government officers receive the training. The participants analyze the present situation, find issues to be improved, and make his or her action plan. Bangladesh is known as one of the most vulnerable countries against natural disaster. In 1991 cyclone, there were 140,000 casualties. Japan granted to establish 5 meteorological radar stations covering the whole country. Jica also provided technical assistance for weather analysis. There is less preparedness for the earthquake, such as quake-resistant standards, even though potential risk of earthquake is high. Jica provides technical assistance on construction and retrofitting for public buildings. One of our important technical assistants, Jica volunteers, have been working in grassroots level in different fields using local language, Bangla. The first volunteers came to Bangladesh in 1973. Until now, more than 1,200 volunteers were dispatched. They are the most promising engines as well as a priceless bridge of friendship between the two countries. Bangladesh aims to become a middle-income country by 2021. Through these programs, Jica supports Bangladeshi people to alleviate poverty and accelerate sustainable and fair economic growth with our assistance motto, inclusive and dynamic development.